Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course for those of you who are back again, great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Render, ONDO, SUI and HBAR. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap taker fees, then I can recommend the crypto exchange mexc. And on top of that, you can get an additional 20% discount on those low taker fees if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. Also 100%, zero fees, just on mexc, so you can trade some popular altcoins without any fees on mexc. So I need to hurry a bit because a friend of mine is coming, so let's do a quick analysis. Quick but detailed. So I think that Render is in a small falling wedge. It is on the 50 minutes chart. It also broke to the upside and got its retest on the 50 minutes chart. Target of that falling wedge is the $4.75, which is also the center line. So what then? If the $4.62 breaks to the upside, then I think the chance is high that we are going to meet this area. So let me take out here the target so we can see it a bit better. Also the price mark. So what if we get back into the center line like this? Maybe you can see a double top pattern. If the $4.51 breaks to the downside, and this is not just because we have an upcoming double top pattern, we might even have here an head and shoulders formatation. So if we break the $4.62 to the upside sustainable, then I think the head and shoulders formatation is gone and we can go for the double top pattern. And if then the $4.51 breaks to the downside, then the target would change. So at the moment we have the target, if we break the $4.51 to the downside, target $4.41, because I take the length of the left shoulder. If we break the $4.62 to the upside, then we didn't activate our head and shoulders formatation, so we shouldn't be in a short trade anyway. Then we push to the upside, get rejected here, and afterwards break to the downside, then the target would be, I think, somewhere here. Yeah, it's just, we didn't get the pattern in, so I don't have to put targets here. So, even if we break the center line to the upside, for example, like this, we get the push to the upside, and Render is saying, no, I want to go up even more, and get something like this, up to $4.96, for example. Then we sell off. Then we get another push to the upside. Isn't it another shoulder, head, shoulder formatation? So we have here shoulder, head, shoulder incoming. Those three scenarios might be possible. All three don't look good. So I still expect that over the time, even if we are in the short term bullish and can expect higher prices, if we don't break anything to the downside, then we can't be bearish for sure. But I think everything we get to the upside is just going to form another bearish pattern. I would be really positive. It would be really positive if we break the green trend line to the upside or the $4.96. If we break this to the upside, then it would be positive and we can think about a nice push to the upside where we probably won't get bearish patterns. Yeah, but we have to wait and we have to see. For now, Render looks good to me. Up to $4.75, maybe even $4.71, where we have here in resistance. So what about ONDO? ONDO is a bit similar. Shoulder, head, shoulder formatation might be possible if we don't break to the upside. So if we break the cross here at 94 cents and 94.4 cents, then I think we can get up into the top area here, which is the roundabout 96 cents. If we also break it to the upside, the next top area is going to get interesting, which is at round about 97.5 cents. If we also break it to the upside, 99.5 cents. That's a price mark which has to break to the upside to be bullish for ONDO. So if we break to the downside, which is the 91.48 cents at the moment, then the target of the length of one shoulder is going to get activated in my view. It will get us down to 89 cents. If we also lose the 89 cents, then we can even drop down to 86.6 cents to 86 cents, where we have a fair value gap, but on the 1 hour chart. Here you can see we have a fair value gap, so I have put here the circle and here the price marks. So what about SUI? We didn't do anything for SUI since yesterday. Nothing which we can trade. Since we have here a falling wedge incoming in bright blue, if we break it to the upside, I'm not going to long it. I would wait for the $3.95, and that would be the second attempt. There we tried it here once, where we got a breakout, a retest, but the follow through missed, and we needed to get this push to the upside. Didn't happen, so this was a loser trade. Maybe on the second try, and then we can probably see the $4.11 for SUI if we get this kind of setup. Breakout, retest, follow through. So I've also put you here a white trend line on the chart with 3 touch points, $3.80. If they break to the downside, then we can expect prices getting back into this support level, which is the low here. That's the currently $3.72. If we also lose it, then we have here 2 trend lines. The one is here at $3.64. There we can also bounce. If we also lose it, then we have to see where SUI is going to go, because the next support is at $3.50, where we have a target ongoing from the old head and shoulders formatation. I identified this here as a head and shoulders formatation, which broke to the downside. So $3.50 is the target of that head and shoulders formatation. It's still ongoing. I would say if we break the $3.95 US dollar to the upside sustainable and get into the area of $4.11, then I think the target is gone of that head and shoulders formatation. So what about HBAR? I thought it was pretty positive that we broke here to the upside and got here the retest, but the follow through missed. Instead we broke to the downside, used it here as a retest, fell lower, and now we are currently at resistance. So breaking the 19.5 cents to the upside again, it would be positive. But my trigger for a bullish trend reversal, or a possible bullish trend reversal, is still the 20.1 cents, where I've told you that if we break here to the upside, that it's going to get very, very difficult breaking this to the upside, and we got rejected there. I want to see that price mark breaking to the upside, and then I can think about higher prices for HBAR. I don't think that we are going to break it to the upside in one go. If we push to the upside, then I think we are going to get here rejected, form a higher low, where we maybe have a small baby bull flag or a falling wedge, which we afterwards break to the upside, and this breakout is going to get the breakout over the 20.1 cents afterwards. So that's what I think is realistic for HBAR if we break to the upside. What if we break to the downside? If we break to the downside, I can also go into the 50 minutes chart to show you that. On the 1 hour chart it would also work, but here you can see it better. Head and shoulders formatation. So the 19.16 cents, I have to move the price target a bit. 19.175 cents. If they break to the downside, then we can meet the low area here again, which is at round about 18.96 cents, 19 cents. If we also lose that support, then I can take the length of one shoulder, put it then to our breakout point, and it's going to direct us into the fair value gap, which is between 18.6 cents to 18.7 cents. Just because the target of that head and shoulders formatation is not going to get perfectly into the fair value gap, it is okay, we can still get there. Also, I have just put the length of one shoulder. What if we put the length of the head? That's also possible. It's also the target of a head and shoulders formatation. Then you can see we even would get far lower than that. So, if we break to the downside, if we are even a bit more bearish, by taking the length of the head and put it then to our breakout point, it wouldn't be still much more bearish. Completely bearish it would get if we get a breakout lower than 18 cents. I think that's the most important trend line on our chart. It's the red one here. Here you can see how often we bounced on that trend line, how often we had issues getting over it. So basically, if we lose that support, then it's going to be difficult. And since this is on the 4-hour chart, we can even go into the 8-hour chart. We need an 8-hour candle close. Now, it is the trend line on the 8-hour chart. Okay, so if we break the 18 cents to the downside on the 8-hour chart, then HBAR is going to have issues. And I think we can drop a bit more than some people expect. So, that's it for today. We will see each other tomorrow. And I wish you maximum gains and some good trading potentials, entries also. So, I wish you the best and I hope to get more chart patterns to tell you tomorrow. See you.